Have you noticed in life there is kind of like a safe zone? There's this like middle zone where or it's socially acceptable. You're not making anyone feel bad. You're not making anyone feel stupid. Like there's this space that I know I have felt my whole life that I need to be in. Like kind of find that middle ground, like taking my positives and my negatives and finding that middle ground. One of the things I have seen in people who highly succeed in life and working with entrepreneurs for over 20 years, what I've noticed is the ones who really succeed are the ones who don't force themselves in this gray zone. We have a polarity to us. We have good thoughts, we have bad thoughts, we have strengths, we have weaknesses. And a lot of times what I see is entrepreneurs especially will try to force those bad parts, those weaknesses, the things they don't like as far away as they can. And they try to like hold on and grab on to the pieces that are good. Where the power lies and where I've seen the power expand is when we take on the polarity of ourselves. This is a space where we say, I am so brilliant and I am good at what I do, and I'm also learning. This is a space where you can say, I'm going to shine my light and I'm going to be bright, even though it may make people feel insecure about themselves. Knowing that there are these extremes that actually make up who you are, and trying to dim them, it dims your greatness. This was something that I've worked on for years, and I've gone through so many different personal developments and meditations and levels of self to really open up my shine, because I have always been afraid that I would blind people. When I really showed who I was, I felt like people just pulled away. So it was kind of like, oh no, I can't do that. And being with self and in that polarity, knowing that I am brilliant. I am really good at what I do and what I do with businesses. I'm also dyslexic with a speech impediment. And knowing that I'm dyslexic and knowing I have a speech impediment has really, it made me pull in my brilliance for so long, until I just accepted that those were two different sides of me. What would it be like in life to be okay with being loved and being hated at the same time? We live in a world where we want people to love us, but we're afraid of them leaving us. What if you could have both? I really don't think this world is a this or that type of space. It is this and that. You can really have it all. For me, I can be a business owner and I can be a mother. I can be a wife at the same time being a friend. There is a balance and a openness and an expansion of self that happens when you look at the polarities, and instead of making one good and one bad, you embrace them all. And when you take on that space in the world, you're able to really shine and glow and expand in the world. My call today is to give yourself permission to embrace those sides of yourself that you maybe don't like or not your favorite, and know that that is just part of the polarity of who you are. Can you give yourself the permission and allow yourself to coexist in all the spaces that make you, you? Because if you do, the world will open up, and there's so much freedom, so much self-expression, so much love and joy for self and others than you can ever imagine.